Did you know that more than half of women over 60 injure their backs or joints each year while doing housework the old-fashioned way? That's not just a number. It's real women who pull muscles lifting laundry baskets, strain knees kneeling to scrub, or throw out their shoulders dragging around heavy vacuums. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For so many older women, what should be a simple act of care, keeping a clean home, turns into a painful chore that steals energy for the things that truly matter, like enjoying family, hobbies, or a peaceful afternoon rest. But here's the surprising truth. A sparkling, organized home doesn't require heavy lifting or endless scrubbing marathons. Across the US, older women are finding smarter, safer ways to clean, methods that let them glide through chores without exhaustion. Imagine keeping your home fresh and calm without ever bending to your knees or hauling heavy buckets again. And in this video, I'll show you exactly how. By the end, you'll discover proven strategies older women are using every day to keep their homes beautiful without sacrificing their health. So before we dive in, make sure you hit like and subscribe, because your energy is worth protecting, and these tips could give you back hours of peace each week. Meet Marjorie Ellsworth, 81, a retired high school art teacher from Oregon whose life has always been defined by creativity. Her home still carries the echoes of that passion. Shelves lined with pottery made by her students, canvases stacked in the corner, and jars of old paintbrushes she can't bear to part with, even though arthritis has made gripping them a daily challenge. For Marjorie, her home has always been more than walls and furniture. It's her gallery, her sanctuary, and her safe place. But keeping that space clean became harder with each passing year. One spring afternoon, determined to deep clean her living room before her granddaughter's visit, Marjorie tried to push her couch to vacuum underneath. That single effort ended in a pulled muscle that left her sore for weeks. She confessed later, "I thought my days of having a sparkling home were behind me. I felt like I had to choose between safety and cleanliness." But then, through trial, research, and advice from friends at her local senior group, she discovered a different way, cleaning methods that didn't require lifting, dragging, or straining. For the first time, she realized she could keep her home looking and feeling fresh without risking her health. The transformation wasn't just physical, it was emotional. "It gave me back confidence," she said. "I wasn't afraid of cleaning anymore." So let's step into Marjorie's world and uncover the exact strategies she now uses to clean her home from top to bottom, without ever straining herself. Step 1. The power of tools, not muscles. The very first secret to stress-free cleaning is realizing that in this stage of life, it's not your muscles that should be working harder, it's your tools. Too many older women are still holding on to heavy upright vacuums from the 1980s, bulky mop buckets, or feather dusters that scatter dust instead of capturing it. Those tools were designed for a different time, not for protecting the backs, joints, and energy of women in their 70s and 80s. Marjorie Ellsworth knew this lesson firsthand. She once wrestled with a string mop and a water bucket that felt like a gym workout. But after switching to a modern spray mop, half the weight and with a detachable microfiber pad, she laughed and said it was like upgrading from a boulder to a feather. That small shift meant she could clean her kitchen floor in under 5 minutes, without bending, wringing, or carrying a bucket across the room. And it's not just spray mops. Today's lightweight vacuums weigh less than 5 pounds and glide across carpets and hardwoods without the tug-of-war older models required. Even more empowering, robot vacuums, once thought of as a luxury, are now affordable in 2025. With one push of a button, Marjorie's little helper now hums through her living room, picking up dust and pet hair while she enjoys her afternoon tea. Extendable dusters are another game changer. Instead of dragging a chair or step stool across the house, Marjorie uses one with a bendable head to reach ceiling fans, bookshelves, and high corners, all while keeping both feet firmly on the floor. "I used to avoid dusting high shelves because I was afraid of falling," she admitted. "Now I can do it from the ground, and it feels like a small miracle." The deeper truth here is that older women don't have to fight their homes. Cleaning doesn't have to feel like combat. With the right tools, lightweight, ergonomic, and senior-friendly, you let the gadgets do the work while you preserve your strength for the things that truly bring joy. Have you already swapped out an old heavy cleaning tool for something lighter? Tell us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else to finally let go of the boulders and pick up the feathers. Step 2. Sit-down cleaning. One of the biggest mistakes many older women make is believing that real cleaning has to involve kneeling, crouching, or bending at uncomfortable angles. For decades, that might have been the way, but those movements put enormous strain on the knees, hips, and lower back, especially for women over 60, many of whom live with arthritis or past injuries. The truth. A sparkling home doesn't come from how far you bend, but from how smartly you position yourself. Marjorie Ellsworth learned this after one painful weekend where she tried scrubbing her kitchen floors the old-fashioned way, on her hands and knees. The next day, she could barely stand up straight. That was the moment she made a promise. No more kneeling. Instead, she brought in a sturdy, height-appropriate chair and later invested in a small rolling stool designed for gardening. Suddenly, the impossible became easy. From her seat, she could dust the baseboards with a microfiber cloth, wipe down cabinet doors, and even tackle the lower shelves of her pantry without strain. For the first time in years, I cleaned my entire kitchen floor without once kneeling, Marjorie said, her voice filled with relief. The sense of accomplishment wasn't just about a clean kitchen, it was about reclaiming independence and dignity. And this strategy isn't just about convenience. Doctors and physical therapists often warn that bending and kneeling repeatedly can lead to dangerous falls, pulled muscles, or flare-ups in joints. By sitting down, you create stability. Your core is more supported, your balance is stronger, and you don't risk wobbling while holding a rag or sponge. In 2025, senior-friendly rolling stools are even easier to find, with models available at major retailers like Walmart, Lowe's, and Amazon. Many come with padded seats, wheels for mobility, and even storage compartments for cleaning supplies, so you can move smoothly from one task to another without lifting a thing. The emotional transformation is just as powerful as the physical relief. Marjorie explained, "I used to feel defeated every time I thought about cleaning the kitchen. Now I sit, I wipe, I move along, and I finish with energy to spare. It's freedom." Have you tried sit-down cleaning, even for just one room? Share your experience in the comments. You might encourage another woman to finally give her knees the rest they deserve. Step 3. Divide and conquer. One of the most overlooked secrets to a stress-free clean home is rhythm, not intensity. Too many older women exhaust themselves trying to tackle every room in one exhausting, never-ending marathon. The result? Aching joints, sore backs, and the haunting feeling of defeat because the job never feels done. The truth is, the women who keep beautifully organized homes well into their 70s and 80s don't clean harder, they clean smarter by dividing and conquering. Marjorie Ellsworth used to spend entire Saturdays scrubbing her home top to bottom. By evening, she was drained, and by Sunday, new dust or dishes already made it feel like her effort had been wasted. Everything changed when she began following a rhythm. Mondays for bathrooms, Tuesdays for the kitchen, Wednesdays for living areas, Thursdays for bedrooms, and Fridays for light dusting and laundry. Weekends. Those were for rest, hobbies, or time with her grandkids. She laughed when she described the shift. "It felt like I'd been trying to run a marathon at 81, and suddenly I realized I could walk it, 1 mile at a time." The biggest surprise wasn't just physical relief but the emotional lightness she felt. Instead of staring at her entire home and drowning in overwhelm, she now looked at one small goal and felt in control. Experts in senior wellness confirm this. Breaking chores into smaller, consistent routines is linked to lower stress and even better sleep. Why? Because your brain recognizes progress instead of perfection. Each finished room feels like a win, a chapter closed, instead of a lingering mess. And here's the best part. This method is fully flexible. If energy runs low one day, Marjorie simply shifts that room to the next day, without guilt. She no longer feels like she has to conquer her whole home at once. "This rhythm gave me freedom," she said, "and it ended the exhausting cleaning marathons that used to steal my weekends." Keep a small calendar or sticky note on the fridge with your weekly rhythm. Not only does it guide your energy, but it also creates accountability, and a gentle reminder that you're in charge of your space, not the other way around. What would your perfect weekly cleaning rhythm look like? Share your version in the comments. You might inspire someone else to find their balance. Step 4. Declutter before you lift. One of the most underestimated secrets to stress-free cleaning isn't about the scrubbing itself. It's about what's sitting in your way. You see, when surfaces are covered with knickknacks, stacks of magazines, or extra decor, every cleaning session feels like double the work. Before you can even wipe a table, you're lifting, shifting, and bending to move things out of the way. For seniors especially, this constant motion puts strain on the back, shoulders, and joints, and it quickly drains precious energy. Marjorie Ellsworth learned this lesson the hard way. She loved her shelves full of small souvenirs from art fairs, old pottery projects, and tiny trinkets her students once gave her. But when arthritis made her hands ache, even dusting a single shelf became a battle. One afternoon, her granddaughter helped her clear just half the clutter off a sideboard, leaving only 3 favorite pieces. The result? Suddenly, wiping the surface took seconds instead of 20 minutes. More importantly, Marjorie noticed something she hadn't expected. The air in her home felt lighter. It wasn't just my shelf that cleared, she said. It was like my mind had more space too. Research supports this. Clutter isn't just a visual distraction. It can subtly increase stress hormones and even affect sleep quality. By removing unnecessary objects, seniors aren't only making cleaning easier, they're giving their bodies and minds more room to breathe. Decluttering before cleaning also prevents accidents. No more bumping into stacks of books on the floor, no more worrying about fragile items slipping from your hands while dusting. And the best part? Decluttering doesn't have to mean a full purge in one overwhelming day. Marjorie started small, one drawer here, one tabletop there. Over time, she let go of what she didn't truly love or use. What remained brought joy instead of guilt, peace instead of pressure. Before your next cleaning session, pick one surface, like your coffee table, nightstand, or kitchen counter. Remove everything, wipe it down, and then put back only what you genuinely enjoy seeing every day. Store or donate the rest. You'll find future cleaning takes half the effort, and your space feels twice as peaceful. What's one surface in your home that would feel lighter if you cleared it today? Share it in the comments. We'd love to hear how small changes bring big relief. Step 5. Rethink heavy tasks. One of the biggest mistakes older women make when it comes to housework is believing they still have to do heavy tasks the way they did in their 30s and 40s. Lifting furniture to vacuum under it, dragging laundry baskets across the house, or bending to shove loads into machines. But here's the truth, age isn't about weakness, it's about wisdom. And wisdom means using tools, systems, and services that prevent unnecessary strain. Marjorie Ellsworth learned this after one painful incident. Determined to deep clean her living room, she tried to drag her heavy recliner across the carpet. Her back twinged, and she spent 2 days recovering in bed. That moment became her turning point. Instead of forcing her body to do what it no longer could, she began exploring smarter ways. The first change. Simple furniture sliders. These small pads slip under the legs of chairs or couches, making even heavy furniture glide with just a gentle push. It felt like magic, Marjorie laughed. I could move my sofa with one hand. Laundry was another challenge. Lugging a heavy basket from the bedroom to the washer left her breathless. The fix? A rolling laundry basket on wheels. Suddenly, what used to feel like a dreaded workout became an easy glide down the hallway. And when arthritis flared, she tried a laundry pickup service. Many local laundromats and national companies now offer door-to-door laundry delivery. Pickups right from the porch, returns folded and fresh within 24 hours. Here's the exciting 2025 tie-in. Many U.S. senior centers and community programs are now offering free equipment loans, like lightweight vacuums, rolling carts, or extendable grabbers. They've recognized that seniors want independence but need the right tools to protect their health. These programs don't just save money, they save backs, knees, and shoulders. Marjorie summed it up perfectly. I used to think asking for help or using services meant I was giving up. Now I see it as giving myself permission to enjoy life without pain. If a task feels heavy, ask yourself, is there a tool, a shortcut, or a service that could make this lighter? Chances are, the answer is yes. What's the heaviest task in your home that drains your energy? Share it below. You might inspire another senior with your solution. Step 6. Gentle daily resets. One of the greatest secrets to a clean, calm home isn't found in exhausting deep cleaning marathons. It's in the tiny resets that take just a few minutes each day. These micro-habits prevent build-up, create a rhythm of order, and give older women peace of mind without strain. For Marjorie Ellsworth, the transformation began when she stopped waiting for big cleaning days. After years of exhausting herself trying to do everything in one Saturday, she realized she could reclaim her energy by resetting her home in small ways throughout the day. After meals, she simply wiped down the counters instead of letting crumbs and spills linger. Before bed, she fluffed her couch pillows and straightened the throw blanket, a small act that made her living room feel welcoming when she woke up. And in the evenings, she ran her mini cordless vacuum for just a few minutes, enough to catch the dust and pet hair without dragging out a heavy machine. Marjorie said these small actions felt like closing the chapter of the day with intention. For the first time, I went to sleep knowing my home was calm, not chaotic. It gave me peace before I even closed my eyes. Experts now recommend this approach for seniors over 60. Why? Because gentle resets reduce the physical wear and tear that comes from bending, lifting, or stretching for long hours. They also support mental health. Studies in 2024 showed that older adults who incorporated micro-cleaning rituals into their day reported better sleep, lower stress, and a stronger sense of control over their environment. What's even better is that these resets can be paired with natural triggers, making them effortless to remember. For example, after your morning coffee, make the bed and clear the nightstand. After dinner, wipe the kitchen counter and start the dishwasher. Before bed, fluff the pillows, put the remote in its spot, and take a calming breath. None of these take more than 2 minutes, but together, they build a sense of ongoing order. Do you already have a tiny reset ritual in your day? Maybe rinsing the sink or straightening magazines before bed. Share yours in the comments. It could spark a new idea for someone else. Let's quickly recap the journey we've walked through together: choosing the right tools so your body doesn't carry the burden, embracing sit-down cleaning that protects joints, dividing tasks into smaller daily rhythms, decluttering before lifting to make every wipe easier, rethinking heavy work with sliders and services, and finally, building in gentle daily resets that keep your home calm without strain. For Marjorie Ellsworth, this shift was nothing short of life-changing. She shared, "I thought I needed strength to keep my house clean. What I really needed was wisdom." That wisdom gave her more than a spotless home. It gave her peace of mind, confidence in her independence, and the energy to enjoy her days without fear of injury. And that's the heart of this message. Cleaning doesn't have to be exhausting. With the right mindset and habits, older women can create homes that sparkle, while still saving their strength for the moments that truly matter. If Marjorie's story gave you hope, I invite you to hit the like button right now, subscribe to Elderly Dose, and share this video with a friend who deserves to clean smarter, not harder. And before you go, here's a little teaser. Don't miss our next video, where we'll uncover 9 surprising home habits secretly draining seniors' energy every single day. That one may shock you, but it could also change your life.